Seven-time champion trainer John Moore's career has been highlighted by a number of top horses. This season is no exception, with new kid on the block Werther taking centre stage. The current third highest rated horse in the world will this weekend bid to take out the final Group 1 of the season, the Standard Chartered Champions and Chater Cup. Can he do it? We caught up with John Moore to find out a little bit more about the star they call Werther.
Werther race to the lead. This expensive import Werther will win on debut. Eye for eye, shoulder to shoulder, a tremendous battle. Werther coming out on top from Victory Magic, and Werther, it's a sweet taste of victory in the Derby. Werther absolutely destroying them here in the Audemars Piguet QE2 Cup. Magnificent Werther.
John, thank you for joining us. Once again, an incredibly successful season, and you might say highlighted by superstar Werther. First of all, take us back to the start. How did you end up with the son of Tavistock in your stable?
Quite a story. My brother trains in Australia, out of Rose Hill, gave me a call and he said, look, I've got an owner that's got 2 weeks to fill a replacement order, and with David Chester, the manager of Magic Millions, Gold Coast, and myself have seen a horse run in the Queensland Derby by the name of Werther, and we're contemplating putting in an offer for him. Would you, if we do get him, consider training him? And I said to Gary, I said, look, I think I know the horse you're talking about. Skinny fellow, isn't he? Leggy, skinny, or whatever. Probably very, very typical of the breed. I've seen them, some of Tavistock's sons and daughters out there, but I haven't really paid a lot of attention, but I did notice that they were a little lean and leggy. But Gary ended up convincing me. He said, please take this horse for the owner. And I said, okay, I'll do a favour, family, I'll take Werther, and here he is in Hong Kong.
At what point did you sort of sit up and think, wow, I've got potentially a world-class horse on my hands?
Well, in the beginning I'd had, in his preliminary work, had Joe Moreira on board doing the gallops, and he'd always come back and he said, you know what, I've ridden Consort and I've ridden Werther, and I tell you, compared to Consort there's a class difference. He said, this horse is very talented, and I'd like to stick with him. So that's the first indication of a top jockey giving me very good feedback with respect to a horse's ability.
In your career, you've had so many incredible Group 1 horses. For you personally, how does he sit amongst those top horses?
Well, what he's done so far has been incredible. There's, as far as I'm, from Viva Bataka right through Collection and so forth. He's done everything I've asked of him. He's never let us down. And from that point of view, he'd have to be the pick of the horses that I've trained so far that stand right above them all.
And for me, looking at his career, every start he's just improved, and that sensational last start win, how can we expect to see him coming into this weekend's Group 1?
Well, yes, it was a big surprise. I was gobsmacked by the way he won. My fiancée and I were standing there, and all of a sudden we went from cheering to, he's just defeating a field. So many Group 1 winners, and to do what he's done is just incredible. Okay, it was a unique soft track on the day, unique to to the rest of the world. It's a Hong Kong soft track, and he just went through it like water off a duck's back. So it was incredible from that point of view. Now, going into the weekend, the regular riding boy, Thomas Young, has said to me after his work, he said that the work was exceptional. He hasn't taken a step backwards, and we're really expecting him to win.
After this weekend, all being well, of course, where do you see him going in the future? What are your plans?
Okay, the owner and I have sat down and we've had a chat over a meal a few times now. After this run, he'll have a spell. He'll be put back into work in late July, early August, and he'll have 2 lead-up races going into the Invitation Cup. After that, of course, we go Invitation Cup, we go to the Gold Cup with the QE and the Champions. And the owner did mention the other night over a meal that the Melbourne Cup may be a race that we should focus on. I'm still trying to find the right horse to win my first Group 1 in Australia, and Melbourne might be just where he'd be going next year.
We mustn't forget your other contenders in the race. How do you rate their chances? What do you think's the best pick amongst them?
Okay, well, Designs on Rome has not put a foot, wrong since surgery. He's kept on improving. The race the other day didn't suit because they clapped the speed on from about the half mile, the 700, when he usually makes his run where everybody else is on the bet. He's tried to improve, but they all went at the same time, so he couldn't make up the necessary ground. But he did close off very well in very, very good time, considering the track conditions. And the jockey galloped him yesterday, Morera, and he said, he got off the horse and he said to me, look, he said, if you had this horse in the same condition as what you've got him today after that gallop in December, he would have run very, very close. He said he is absolutely thriving at the moment. So going into the race, Werther's not a foregone conclusion, getting that feedback from Morera. That being the case, I'm expecting him to at least give Werther a real tough task.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, John, and best of luck with all your horses this weekend.
Thank you very much.